Could September be a make-or-break month for XRP? I've been seeing the chatter all over social media about a potential 300% rally. And honestly, at first, I was skeptical. We've heard these kinds of predictions before, right? But then I started digging into the calendar, and there are a series of events that could be game changers, which the market might be underestimating. Welcome to Generational Wealth, your pathway from knowledge to legacy. Quick disclaimer. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. This is for educational purposes only. Crypto is volatile. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. Do your own research. So, I had to find out if any of this held water. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact dates that analysts are pointing to. We'll look at the final chapter of the SEC saga, the mounting speculation around ETFs, and some major tech upgrades and partnerships hitting the network right now. We'll break down what's real, what's hype, and whether a massive surge is really on the table for XRP holders. Let's get into it. And hey, if you're part of the XRP army or just want to stay ahead in the crypto market, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss the deep dives we do here. Now, let's start with the biggest cloud that has been hanging over XRP for years. For the better part of 5 years, the SEC lawsuit has been the single biggest weight holding XRP back, but that chapter is now closing. In early August 2025, both Ripple and the SEC filed to jointly dismiss their appeals, which formally concludes their long-running legal dispute. This move effectively makes the July 2023 ruling from Judge Analisa Torres the final legal precedent. So what does this mean? It's huge. That ruling, which is now essentially set in stone, declared that programmatic sales of XRP on exchanges are not securities transactions. It also affirmed that XRP itself is not a security. While Ripple paid a $125 million penalty for past institutional sales, this dismissal removes the massive cloud of regulatory uncertainty that has plagued XRP in the United States. This isn't just a small win, it's a landmark clarification. It sets a precedent for how digital assets are treated under U.S. law and gives XRP a level of regulatory clarity that few other assets enjoy. The legal finality is the bedrock for everything else we're about to discuss, because without it, institutional money would likely never touch XRP. And that brings us to the next big catalyst everyone is watching: ETFs. With the lawsuit effectively resolved, many believe the path is clearing for the next major phase of adoption: spot XRP ETFs. While nothing is confirmed, the speculation is heating up. We're seeing reports of numerous spot XRP ETF applications being filed with the SEC from some of the biggest names in finance, including Grayscale, Bitwise, CoinShares, and Franklin Templeton. One report even mentioned a total of 15 filings for various XRP products are on the table. Analysts are optimistic about the odds of approval. Some have pointed to the SEC's approach with Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs as a potential roadmap. The SEC has pushed the decision deadlines for many of these applications into a tight window in mid-October. For example, the final deadline for the WisdomTree XRP ETF is October 25th. This strategy mirrors the approach the SEC took before, which allowed them to approve multiple products at once to avoid giving any single firm a first-mover advantage. The potential impact here cannot be overstated. The approval of spot Bitcoin ETFs brought billions in inflows, and the market is speculating on a similar effect for XRP. This potential flood of institutional capital would create massive buying pressure, as ETF issuers would need to purchase XRP on the open market to back their funds. This is one of the primary drivers behind those massive price predictions. While the current price hovers around $2.85, some analysts project that XRP could see significant moves if institutional capital begins to accelerate. A potential price rally isn't just about speculation and ETFs. It has to be backed by real-world utility, and September has been a huge month for Ripple on this front. First, on September 4th, the Credentials Amendment was activated on the XRP ledger. Now this might sound technical, but it's a potential game-changer for institutional adoption. This upgrade builds a native identity and compliance framework directly into the protocol. It allows for on-chain enforcement of KYC, Know Your Customer, and AML, anti-money laundering requirements while still preserving user privacy. This is exactly the kind of feature that large financial institutions need to see before they can comfortably use a public blockchain. It helps bridge the gap between decentralized technology and global regulatory standards. Second, we're seeing major partnership expansions. On September 2nd, Ripple and Thunes announced a significant expansion of their global payments partnership. Thunes operates a huge network that enables real-time payouts in local currencies, and this deal integrates Ripple's blockchain payment solutions to make cross-border transactions faster, cheaper, and more accessible, especially in regions with limited banking infrastructure. This isn't just a press release. It's the direct application of Ripple's technology to solve real-world payment problems, increasing XRP's utility with every transaction. Finally, Ripple's stablecoin, RLUSD, is seeing impressive growth. On September 4th, Ripple announced it was expanding RLUSD into Africa through partnerships with major fintech players like Chipper Cash, VLR, and Yellowcard. Just days before, the stablecoin reportedly crossed a market cap of over $700 million. The stablecoin is designed with compliance at its core and is seeing strong demand from institutional players for everything from payments to collateral. The expansion into a high-growth market like Africa demonstrates the real-world demand for reliable, regulated digital assets built on top of the Ripple ecosystem. Beyond the specific company and tech developments, the broader market environment is also turning in XRP's favor. While the current price is trading around $2.85 as of early September, technical analysts see this as a period of consolidation before a potential breakout. Some models predict a rally toward the $3.40 range if key resistance levels are broken. Other, more bullish predictions suggest a move toward $5 or even higher is possible this year, especially with the ETF catalyst. This month also features a critical event for the ecosystem, XRP Seoul 2025, taking place on September 21st. This is Asia's largest XRP and Web3 conference, expected to attract over 3,000 attendees from more than 40 countries. Key players like Ripple, Binance, and Pantera Capital will be there. The conference will focus on digital asset treasury strategies, stablecoins, and the regulatory landscape, putting a global spotlight on the XRP ecosystem. South Korea is a hotbed for crypto trading and innovation, and an event of this scale can serve as a catalyst for new partnerships, investments, and positive sentiment. When you combine the near-final legal clarity from the SEC, the intense speculation around a wave of spot ETFs' game-changing technology, like the Credentials Amendment and major real-world adoption, through partnerships, you get a convergence of powerful catalysts all hitting in the same narrow window. So, is a 300% XRP rally possible? When you look at the calendar, it's not just baseless hype. The end of the SEC lawsuit has unlocked the door to institutional capital. The speculation around nearly a dozen spot ETFs in October provides a potential mechanism for that capital to flood in. And the foundation is stronger than ever, with crucial technology upgrades and expanding real-world partnerships driving actual utility. No one can predict the future with certainty, and the crypto markets are notoriously volatile. But the sheer number of fundamental game-changing events happening for XRP right now is undeniable. We have regulatory clarity, potential institutional demand waiting at the gates, and accelerating technological adoption. It's a trifecta of bullish signals that we rarely see align so perfectly. The next few weeks will be absolutely critical. Whether we see a massive rally or not, this period will undoubtedly define the next chapter for XRP. Keep your eyes on those October ETF deadlines. That's when the real fireworks could begin. What do you think? Are these catalysts enough to send XRP to new all-time highs? Let me know your price targets in the comments below. And if you got value from this breakdown, please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more in-depth analysis. For more information, visit our website at generationalwealth.biz. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.